Hey there, Soulshine Michelle here with in case you couldn't understand that, she said Cheyenne. And we're inviting you to wake up I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, goodness. Wow, we are having way too much fun over here. It's in Soulshineville.
Oh my god.
Thank you for Thank you for joining my YouTube family. If you haven't already subscribed, I invite you to do so right now. Hit the notification bell so that you get a notice that I've uploaded another video. It's Family Friday and I have family here, which means
You didn't look happy when you said that.
Because I'm totally laughed through my whole intro. Ugh. Okay. Today we're going to talk about spark people. We're going to talk about your spark. Do you have a spark and do you know what it is?
Are you asking me or them?
Yes. So Cheyenne and I watched a video a few weeks ago of a guy talking about the sparks. I would totally link the video, except for the video was kind of boring. Yeah. The information was really cool, and so I watched it all the way through, but the guy was not my favorite presenter at all. I was like, oh my gosh, really? But he had some pretty cool stuff to say, didn't he? Yeah. We couldn't get my son to watch much of it, but Cheyenne suffered it through it with me. Good girl.
That's because I have patience and he does not.
Yeah. She also likes to learn things, and I'm not sure if he does or not. I don't know.
I don't think he does.
So this video was about how everybody has a spark in them, but not everybody uses it. And how he was talking about having conversations with teenagers and how teenagers can actually tell when people are living in their spark. So can you tell?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what a spark is.
So a spark is basically the thing that you enjoy doing the most. The thing is that, like, it's your thing to do.
And what do you feel when you're doing a spark thing?
I feel happy, like I'm at home. It's my peace.
Yeah, I would say it's the thing that makes me feel alive. It's the thing that makes me feel fulfilled.
Yes.
Yes. So share with us some of your sparks.
So mine is more in the creative area. So it's like acting, singing, dancing, depending on how it is, because I'm not a fan of choreographed dancing.
I'll do either.
Yeah, I know you will.
I love to dance. Dancing makes me feel alive. Singing makes me feel alive. Playing the piano makes me feel alive. Theater. Oh, I miss theater.
I
Speaking
love
on
theater.
stage. Making my YouTube videos.
I like making your YouTube videos.
They're things that make us feel alive. But not everybody's as creative. What were some of the other possibilities?
Like scientific stuff, things that are more in the smarter area of things, like science, history, maths, and things like that.
How do you know when your friends have a spark? What happens when they're talking about their subject or when they're doing their subject?
I can see them light up. They look more alive than they do otherwise.
Yeah, people become animated. Even like really introverted people become animated when they get in their spark zone. So you have a friend who lights up with science. Tell us what that looks like.
Well, when she's talking about scientific stuff, I may not understand what she's saying.
She uses big words.
Very big words. But I can see, like, something inside her turn on and just, it's like this raging fire inside her. It's like she's been held back from this. Her parents tried to get her to be in the more creative side of things, like music and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think her parents I'm pretty sure, having met her dad a few times, that her dad feels a spark with music and theater and all the creative things that we feel a spark with. And so for him, it makes him feel alive, so he encourages that with his daughter. But her spark is different.
Her spark is more into the intellect.
She's very intellectual in her sparks. Okay, so let's go through some of the people in our family. We've talked about some of your sparks. Oh, we haven't talked about how you like to also write.
Oh, yes.
As so do I. We have such
We're
similar
so
sparks.
much in common.
Okay, so let's talk about Zach. Do you know Zach's spark?
Oh, he's more into the athletics kind of thing.
He likes to climb trees. He likes to
Parkour.
practice parkour. One of the things that I've noticed with Zach as far as sparks go is he's really excited and hoping to get some classes that he signed up for that are in the woodworking shop.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, he likes the idea of making things.
And also, in that class, they're going to make a longboard. I know this because one of my friends named Zach also took that class, and he made a longboard.
And Zach would love that.
He would love that because he's a
that would
he's
bring
a
in
skater.
both his ability to make things, and he likes to tinker with things, experiment with things. Oh, they talked about the Steven Spielberg, I think, the director. He would he put something in the microwave to watch it explode so he could take a video of it.
Sounds like Zach.
He would do all these crazy things, and instead of his mom freaking out about it, she just kind of encouraged him, and look at where I got him. He's like this incredible thing. So your spark can be totally different. Okay, so let's look at Amy's spark. Do you know Amy's spark? What are you doing tomorrow?
Oh yeah, she's into the creative things too.
Yeah,
she loves to play. It's like she lights up so much when she does it. Not as much as me.
They've
So
been
not
doing a
with
musical
play.
theater class, and their performances are this weekend. And
Well,
Amy
technically
Lynn.
last weekend for this video.
Yes, it will have been last weekend by the time you see this. This is. Oh, hello.
You're not supposed to
Yeah,
be
they
when
don't
the door's closed.
understand that the door closed means do not disturb. Yes? Okay, we'll be up in a minute. Thank you, sweetheart.
This will be edited out,
Dinner
right?
is almost ready. Okay, so we have... Or she just lights up. She, like, picks up the dance moves like that.
I don't.
She learned her lines so fast. And she, what else? She picks up the songs, like...
She listens
She
to the
learns
songs.
this, but even at that, she learns songs so fast.
She listens to them like once or twice, and she already knows all the words.
Yeah, she's just incredible,
tune.
and she lights up. She's so happy. Oh, here's a spark also, and I've noticed this one with Hiram. Sometimes connecting with friends is a spark. Did
You're
you
right.
know that? Like
Because we made friends at the play practices.
like he's so excited about it. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I have new friends!"
That's what I
And
do too. I'm like, I made
yeah,
new
and
friends
things like that.
today.
Like, for some people, I was a cheerleader, and one of the reasons why I was a cheerleader, it had nothing to do with the stigma of being a cheerleader. It had to do with the fact that I just seriously love cheering people on. I cheer my friends on. I'm always telling them that they've got it, they can do it. I
do
just
that too.
seriously like encouraging people and inspiring people, and those are things that make me alive. And so as a high school student, that's one of the things is that I chose into cheerleading. And I was a person that was like obnoxiously peppy about school pride. I was like, yes, and I
I'm
moved.
obnoxiously
Like,
peppy about most things.
Yeah, I went my freshman and sophomore year. I was in one school, and we moved for my junior and senior year. And a lot of people, when they move, they still hold on to the school pride of their old school. But for me, I was just like, new school, new pride, new go for it. And that's where I got to be a cheerleader. It was in my second school. I was on pep squad in my first school. Just like, seriously, those are some of the things that turn me on, like, wow, make me light
I
up.
can tell. You can
So-
see it, like, ignite in you.
Kalani.
Kalani, he's more of the scientific kind of guy. He likes, loves dinosaurs.
Obsessed. The kid's
Like,
got dyslexia,
overly.
but can read dinosaur names like nothing.
I can't. I'm not good with dinosaur names.
So he loves dinosaurs. You can tell there's tons of facts about dinosaurs. He likes sharks. He, like,
when
He'll watch
watches
documentaries if
all
he
the
can.
time, and
Like, those
when
are his favorite things
when
to
it's
watch.
over, we'll ask him questions, and he'll answer them like that. It's just like
He just
nothing.
Randomly tells me facts about the animal shows that he watches.
Same.
He just loves it. He could totally grow up to be a scientist, a paleontologist, or any kind of a biologist or anything like that. He would totally love it. And my daughter-in-law, actually, as of the day of recording this is her graduation day. And she just graduated in biology, so we have a scientist in the family, and
She
Kalani
can tutor
loves
him.
it because they get to talk about sharks and things sometimes.
And tree frogs.
And tree frogs.
That's her thing.
Her dream is to count the frogs in the Amazon, the tree frogs. What a fun dream. And, like, seriously, when she talks about animals, she has that same thing. It's one of her spark things. But she's also creative. I think all
She's
of
a
my
lot of
children
things.
has, to some degree, creativity. But have you ever seen how some people talk about art and it just
Yes,
makes
I
them
have a
come
lot of friends who
alive?
do that.
So the reason why we're sharing all of this information and talking about it and talking about some of the different ways that it can come up. Oh, there's one more way that I haven't talked about. Some people get really animated about a cause. For me, if I were to put a cause into my life that animates me, it's helping people to recognize the truth of who they are and letting it shine. Whether it's just acknowledging that's how what lights them up, or whether it's doing healing work to remove the darkness so that they can shine. And so that's kind of my cause. That's my thing that I'm like, oh my gosh, if I could affect billions and billions of people, this is how it would be. But for some people, it's, I know somebody that she is doing at least 3 or 4 trips to Africa a year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She goes in, she's helping build things, she's helping change their lives, and that's one of those things, it just drives her. It's her spark. So you can have causes for a spark. You can, creativity is probably one of the biggest sparks, and our whole society doesn't even fully acknowledge this, but if we can live in those spark places, even if we're having to do jobs or things that don't light us up.
Like my school, going to school, for me, it's too much into intellect and less into creative that it's just hard for me to be there.
So it's kind of hard, but if you can bring the things that bring you spark into your life, even if it's not your career, if you can bring this spark into your life,
Like hobbies.
whether it be hobbies, YouTube, I actually think that some of my favorite people to watch are people who are actually doing their YouTube around their spark. And you can tell because they're just so much
Happier.
life and energy in their videos.
Like you.
Yeah. I get that a lot. You got some great vibes, great energy, things like that. This is what I want you to do. If you don't know your sparks, and you can have tons of sparks, if you don't know your spark, find one. Find something. Think about the times that you enjoyed life, and you don't have to have just one. And so maybe when you're a little girl or a little boy, you enjoyed one thing and you're not really sure how that would apply as an adult. Maybe there's something similar that you can find. Maybe learning is a spark for you. Maybe having deep conversations with somebody is a spark for you. Find your spark and make sure you are incorporating that into your life. It doesn't have to be in your career, but it does but it's important because it's a part of what makes us feel alive. And the more we feel alive, the more we can create fabulous lives. The more that we can create better connections with people, because seriously, when you meet people who are living in their spark, whether it's their career or they just choose to do hobbies or things in their spark, they have more life in them and we want to be around them. It's really hard to see people that you don't even, they're not living in their spark.
Like my friend that we talked about earlier.
She knows what her spark is, and I think she will move into that as she graduates from high school.
I think that's why she doesn't want to live with her dad.
Probably, which is sad. Which is why she still feels like she lives in New York, even though she lives in Utah. Darling
She
girl.
says that's where she stays temporarily.
Yes. Well,
And
anyway,
she says she's going back.
I'm actually thinking of somebody else that I know that she's really important to me, but she doesn't have her spark. She lost it a long time ago, and it's hard for me as somebody who cares so deeply for her to see, and I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want to be the person that loses her spark, and I don't want to see you lose your spark. It's important to me that you guys find your spark, and that you live your spark, and that you share your spark, and that you allow your spark to ignite other people's sparks. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No.
Okay. I obviously have a passion for this. I got emotional. And it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. And who knows who will be joining us next Friday for Family Friday, but I do post daily I can talk. Post daily videos. I would invite you to comment, to like, share, all that kind of good stuff. Yep. Remember to let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Let the world see your spark. Use that spark to ignite other sparks, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.